Thanksgiving, friends. Welcome to Revival Town Podcast. I'm Chuck Tate. That's Andy King.
Chuck Tate.
Andy.
Thanksgiving week.
Hey, gobble.
What? Sorry. Well, anyone with the interpretation.
Man, hey, it's Thanksgiving week. Are you ready?
I am. To be honest with you, we've got a bit of a crazy week coming up.
Okay.
What have you got planned?
So we always have my family come over, my parents, my sister, my brother-in-law, nieces. We all get together, and man, we throw down a perfect Thanksgiving meal.
Now, do you deep fry the turkey or roast the turkey?
We roast the turkey. We don't deep fry it. We roast it.
I'm glad you said that. I couldn't imagine you with a big deep fry.
No, you know what? I don't want to burn down the house for Christmas.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, we roast it. I cut it.
Yeah.
Slice it and dice it. But, we always do homemade dressing, a stuffing that just kicks butt. It's really good. It's delicious. And then, of course, homemade mashed potatoes and gravy, and we do all the sides.
You do the cranberry dressing?
Cranberry dressing. Man, we do a couple of different kinds of pie. We do pumpkin pie, and then we do this pumpkin cream pie. Oh, it's unbelievable. And my daughter, pretty much while Annette was sick, learned how to prepare it, and I would help. My mother-in-law helps, and Annette would help a little bit. But Savannah has turned into quite the cook, and now that Annette's doing better, I know she's going to be helping with stuff. It's good. It's always my favorite meal of the year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're doing things a bit different this year. So Joy, my daughter, is flying out to LA to be with her brothers. So they're going to do a big Thanksgiving out there. And the word that we had to me and Teresa was, you two cannot join us this year. Because if you remember in the spring, she went out there and then we followed right after, right?
Yes.
And so we get it. All right, she wants to be with the brothers. So me and Teresa, we were like, do we stay here or do we do something? So we are flying out at 7 a.m. Thursday morning, Thanksgiving morning, to Boston.
Wow.
And we're going to spend 5 days there. I've got a friend we're going to connect with who has a church just outside of Boston for the last 2 days. But we're going to stay right downtown, praying it's not too cold.
Are you going to go to a Celtics game?
No, we're not. We may go to the Cheers bar.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Because that's where that is, right?
Yeah.
And a few other things we're going to... Obviously, there was some event that happened in Boston with tea. I don't know what that was.
So you're going with your wife, not Dave Jane this time.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You're going to be wearing your...
Yeah.
You don't want to get thrown into the water.
I don't want to get thrown into the water. But so the kids will be doing their thing. We'll be doing our thing in Boston. But I haven't shared this. We haven't been on since we talked about this. But the surprise that happened a few weeks back with Ethan.
Oh, yeah.
Let me, because this was cool. So about 3 weeks before that, Clay, my other son, came home for a wedding. It was awesome having him home. We were able to connect with him. And, and a week later, I get this random text from Joy, and she's like, hey, will you come and have coffee with me at this new coffee shop right next to the Dream Center that's just opened? And so I'm like, yeah, sure. I thought, well, that's strange, but I'll go and join her. Don't worry. Yeah, be good daughter.
Daddy-daughter time?
Yeah. I was like, let me do it. I walk through the coffee, through the door, through the coffee. I walk through the door, and there's Ethan and Peyton, his wife.
Oh,
and I was like,
what a surprise.
And it was one of those moments, mate, which I was super excited to see him. But my mind started racing like, have they told me something that they're going to be here and I've completely forgot? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I saw the video.
Yeah.
You did look like, you could see your mind was spinning like,
Yeah.
What a cool moment, though.
It was like, was I meant to pick him up from the airport? Where are they sleeping tonight? What? Are we going out tonight? Have we set this up? Like, it was
like, what's going
bizarre.
on?
So, but it was great. They surprised Joy. She was walking out of Walgreens and Ethan was walking in because they tracked her on Find My iPhone. So that was fun. Just that.
Gotta love technology.
Yeah. But so here's a funny. This is a classic thing though, and we had a great few days with them. It was really good. They were going on to New York for a bit of a vacation, but Clay, I mentioned Clay was home 10 days before them. And so Teresa and I, we were like, hey, do you guys want some Tanner's Donuts? So there's a place near Peoria called Tanner's. It's like an orchard. And they do these amazing donuts. I mean, you'll vouch
it's
for
not
that,
like
right?
an orchard. It is an orchard.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Tanner's Orchard. Yeah, it's got goats and hay mazes and an apple orchard.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Yeah. So we said to Clay, if we get you half a dozen donuts, do you and Maddie, his wife, do you want them? And they're like, yeah. So we go out and get them, but then we get half a dozen for Ethan and Peyton because we know they love them. So we said to Clay, can you take these back with you and give them to Ethan? And he's like, oh, yeah. So he packs them in his bag, goes. So Ethan comes in, surprises us with Peyton, and we were talking and he starts laughing. He goes, you know what happened just a couple of days ago? I said, what? He goes, Clay had to confess to me. And I said, well, what do you mean? He said, well, Clay knew that we were coming, but he had to keep it quiet. They've had this plan for months.
Wow.
And so Clay had to keep it quiet. And he said, and then Clay said to me, he goes, hey, Ethan, just in case mom and dad say anything, they gave me Tanner's Donuts for you, but I knew you would be in town and you'll be able to get your own Tanner's Donuts, so I ate them. So that was classic.
Wow.
Good time. Always leading up to Thanksgiving and
yes. Well, speaking of Thanksgiving, real quick, 3 things Andy King is grateful for.
Oh man, obviously my wife and just our life is a bit different right now, right? The boys have gone, Joy is at home but older, and so I'm just thankful for her and for what she's been in my life and still is. Thankful for my kids, just incredible. We have a laugh together, which is good. You know what I mean? We like hanging out together when we're together. So that, and then just life, just what is going on in our life at the minute, whether that's with the Dream Center or with a church we're at or whatever is going on within our life right now. We're just thankful for that.
All right.
What about you?
All right. I'm the same. I'm thankful for your wife and for your kids and for, friends that we all get to live together, and it's just cool. I'm thankful for my wife, and I'm thankful that she's not in a hospital bed and she's not walking with a walker.
Yeah,
I'm thankful for my family, and I've been working on my next book as my deadline is quickly approaching, and I was typing out in a little portion of the book and just reminded how faithful God is and some of the things that we've been through. And so I'm thankful for friends like you.
Yeah. Sorry, I was meant to mention that as well.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh, no. It's okay. Obviously my family and my kids are getting older too. They're not as old as yours. My daughter's the same age as your daughter, but she's 19 and she's in cosmetology school.
Yeah.
Just started a few weeks ago. I'm really proud of her for that. She's wanted to do that since she was 5. And my son is a sophomore in high school, and you reach an age where you're always going to be dad, and you're going to always give fatherly advice and share wisdom, and you're still going to parent. But there comes a point, it's hard if you don't have kids that are our kids' age, where you become friends, like a friendship with your kids, and that's been been special. As Ashton and I, we went to Florida to the conference, and Savannah and I have our little things, and it's just I'm grateful for my family, and I'm grateful for the friends that walk alongside with us, and of course our church family. Yeah, we've just been blessed to be a part of it for more than 25 years, and I've heard some horror stories, and I don't have those horror stories. We wouldn't have made it without our church family. Sure, so I'm grateful for our church family, and then, I'm thankful that it's a hard season right now as I'm getting close to wrapping up this book, but I'm thankful for it because it's something that it's been several years in the making, and now it's finally happening. And it's been said that authors don't like to write; they like having written. But I am enjoying the process. It's been overwhelming, but it's been good. I'm just grateful for God for everything that He has blessed us with, and we get to do this together.
Oh yeah, so good. We have a laugh, don't we?
We do
doing this, but
and we do a lot of laughing behind on the other side of the mic when the mics are turned on, when everything's shut off.
Oh yeah,
we just don't we
or even the texts that we send each other.
Yeah, text message. Some of the gifts that you've sent me, the GIFs, whatever they're called, the little memes and all that stuff, and of course getting our Chinese and
we have fun.
Yeah,
we're gonna
have some fun. We're gonna have more. We're gonna keep the fun coming.
Tell everyone what we're going to do.
Okay, so today, because it's a holiday week, it's festive, it's fun, we're thankful, we're grateful, Christmas is around the corner, we're going to do something we've never done before in the history of Revival Town Podcast, and that is we have asked ChatGPT, thank you, Jim Powell, to come up with some questions that we can ask each other that will be fun. So this is a special AI Thanksgiving episode of Revival Town Podcast.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Let's do it.
All right. So you're the one that came up with this. Well, AI did. So you got some...
Okay. Yep, I'll go first.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you a question.
Yep.
You're going to answer it, and then I'll give you my answer. And by the way, I haven't had time to go through all these things and think about it.
Sure.
Either of you. We breezed them, just like, oh, you know what? Yeah, make sure this is cool. This fits. It's relevant. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then you'll ask me the question. I'll answer first, and then I'll ask you to answer. And we'll just go
all
back and forth.
And if we're like... I can't think of one, then we'll go on to another question.
Yeah. Okay. So the first question is this. This is regarding unexpected personal stories.
Okay.
What's the most... I should probably wait till you get back from Boston to ask you this. No. What's the most bizarre thing that's ever happened to you on a vacation?
Oh, man. I mean, it wasn't vacation, but it was when I was on ACE teams in Australia.
Okay.
Have I ever shared the story about the snake?
No.
Oh man, this was
okay. I got to hear this.
Okay, yeah.
I am all ears, man. Snakes freak me out.
So, we're staying with this couple's house, and during the night, I could hear, like early morning, like 3-4 in the morning, I could hear someone outside our window, right, in Australia. We were in Perth, Western Australia. And I had no idea what it was, just went back to sleep. Got up next morning, we're at the breakfast table, and the couple were like, hey, we didn't wake you in the night, did we? I'm like, well, what do you mean? He goes, they said, well, we were outside your window. I said, well, I heard it, but... I don't know.
Oh, I saw video footage of you sleeping. That was really weird. They were posting that. Coming out of the shower in a towel. Like, wait a minute, that's Andy.
So I said, we heard something, but nothing. Didn't know what it was. And so I said, what was it? And they said, well, we don't want to tell you. We need to show you.
Oh man.
So I'm like, okay. So they said we need to get in the car. So we get in the car and we drive about 20 minutes away, and we pull up at this house, and the guy is standing in the driveway, and
this is a wild story.
Yeah, you've never heard this?
No.
Oh
my, did you know these people well?
No, because it's like when you do Ace Teams, you stay at someone's house for a month, and we've been
so you
there
don't
about
really
a
know
week.
them, and now they're taking you on a 20-minute drive to show you something that you heard in the night.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
So
this could be a screenplay.
So we get out and they introduced me to this guy who is a snake buster. That was his name. He was a snake buster,
like a snake wrangler. We call him here.
Yeah.
A snake buster. You could have used that on Tate and Mate.
So-
What's a buster? Well, that was my dog.
So I said to him, "Oh, nice to meet you." And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm already a bit freaked out because I'd heard the word snake, right? And so I turned to him and said, "What are we doing here?" And as I say that, the garage door opens, right? And in the garage, there's no cars, double store garage, but there is cages and aquariums.
Oh my goodness.
So we
snap.
start at one end, and he's like, "Hey, come and look and see what I collect." And so we start at this small one. It's a small little, like a 5-gallon aquarium.
Okay.
Right. And there's these little snakes, and he has a stick with him, and he puts the stick against it, and they're just trying to nibble at it and stuff, right? And he's like, "Yeah, these are such and such snakes, and if one of these bit a baby, they would be sick for about a month, right? So nothing super venomous, but so mate, he then starts going from one cage to another cage or aquarium that's a bit bigger.
Oh my.
Bigger, and we make all the way around to this last one, a massive glass aquarium. It's covered, right? And he's like, "Okay, stand back a bit."
Oh my goodness.
And he lifts the sheet and puts his stick against the glass, and this snake just lunges at it, hits the glass, and falls. And he's like, "Yeah, this snake here, if it bit you, you would have about 12 minutes to get the anti-venom."
Oh my goodness.
And then he turns to me and said, "And this is the one we found outside your window last night."
Oh my goodness.
Like, no.
Oh my gosh. I am never going to Australia.
Yeah. So that was
wow.
That was a crazy thing, like on a vacation type thing. And then there was the time
one of the most venomous snakes in the world was outside your window.
Outside the window. I was freaked out. And I mean, where we lived, you had to go through like sandy, like desert type area to get to the beach.
Yeah.
And they said these things are everywhere.
Oh man. Well, do you remember what kind it was?
I think it was a brown.
A brown snake? Yeah, which is one of the most venomous snakes.
Yeah, what's it called though? Brown. I forget.
Yeah.
It's the major bad one in Australia.
Yeah. Thank you. In fact,
King Brown.
Okay.
I think it's the King Brown, or is that a spider?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's King Brown. But I think I remember that. I remember reading an article about some boys in Australia. Might have been Perth. Is that where you were?
Yeah.
That were playing soccer, and it was like a school. They were out at the park or something, and the ball went off the field and just where some trees were, and some little boy went to go pick it up and got bit by one and died. Didn't make it.
Yeah. Well, the first day we got into Perth, one of the worship pastors, he was sitting on a metal fence in the back of the church. There was like a metal fence, and he put his hands back to balance himself.
Yeah.
And a redback spider bit him, and he was in a coma for 3 months.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Crazy.
Well, I am looking up snakes on the internet. And
is it a King Brown?
It's actually the eastern brown snake.
Okay.
And so that is I'm thinking there's the eastern brown snake, the western brown snake.
Just any brown snake sounds bad, mate.
Right. There's the inland taipon. That's one. Man, these are freaking me out just looking at the pictures. Man. Wow.
All right. Well, the question's got to come back to you now.
Oh man, I'm still stuck on these snakes. Woo! No, thank you. So real quick though, before you switch it to me, I thought you were going to say the time you fell into the creek. That was bizarre.
Man,
that was
that was
embarrassing.
funny.
More of an embarrassing moment, probably.
That was funny. Do you want me to share it?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot about this.
That's
But
giving me more time to think about mine.
we were in England, and so my uncle said, let's go to this castle that you have to cross a river to get to, right?
Right.
So we're like, yeah, that'd be great. There's like these stepping stones, you know. So we get there, and because it had rained heavy that weekend, the stepping stones were there, but the river was just going over the stepping stones, right? So they were there, but it was like half an inch of water going over it, right?
Right.
So Teresa said, I'm not doing it. I'll stay on the side. So, well, here's my phone. I'll take the kids. So I'm like holding Ethan, I'm holding Clay, and then Joy's there as well. And we're like going across, right? Well, as we're going across, there's others coming the other way, right? So you're like, you got to share the stepping stones, right?
Yeah, yep.
And I get halfway and I slip and just go all the way in the river, like past my neck. The only thing that was not wet was the top of my arm, where I lifted my arm out of the water. But the funniest thing was this: there was hundreds of people on the castle, and as I come up, and like my kids are nearly peeing themselves laughing, and everyone at the castle was cheering.
Yes. And this is on video.
I got it on video. If I can find it, I'll put it on at the end of the podcast. If I can find it,
we
right?
gotta find it.
All right.
Right.
There you go.
All right. So, so this is, I guess, categorized as bizarre, and it didn't happen on a vacation, so to speak, but it was kind of like vacation. It was actually a missions trip to Africa that our church did back in 2005, and I was part of this first 10 days where we went and dedicate some land, and we did this women's conference, but there was some free time and some stuff. But two things stand out about that trip that were unlike any other trip. Well, actually, three things about that trip that were bizarre. One, we were there to do a conference. I was the main speaker, and it was called Women of Purpose. So all across town, there's flyers that said Women of Purpose, but then it had my picture on it. That's one. The second thing was I ended up at a political rally of like 5,000 people, and I thought I was going to get shot. They stopped the rally, and it's too long to even. I'll have to tell the story another episode. That was crazy.
Oh my gosh.
And anyway, we made it. Here I am. And then, but this, you were telling your snake story.
Yeah.
It reminded me of this. So in Africa, some of the most deadliest snakes are, there's a snake called a black mamba. There's green mambas, black mambas. Yeah. And you get bit by one of those, you only have so many minutes to get antivenom or you're dead too. So we were staying in these huts where we had to sleep in mosquito netting, and it was a gated hotel, and it was beautiful, and it was nice, but it's Africa, right?
Yeah.
And we're in Kenya, and some of the people on our team were cutting through, like there were cabins, and then there was a sidewalk with bushes all along to where you could just go to your cabin. And then some people, because the cabins went all the way like this horseshoe, well, there was a field here. Some of our team was walking through the field of high grass. And I'm like, we're in Africa. I'm not walking through high grass.
No.
So I went to the front desk at the hotel and said, excuse me, sir. I said, are there any poisonous snakes that I need to be concerned about? For example, black mambas, green mambas. And he looks at me and he goes, oh, no. We spray. That's not helping me. I lived in an apartment years ago before I was married. It had roaches, and we had to spray because we had roaches.
And we still got roaches.
Yeah. No, wow. Yeah, so I stuck to the sidewalk. All right.
Man. Okay, my question?
Yep.
If you could be at a meal with 3 people, could be celebrities, it could be people you look up to, who would you be there with?
Alive?
Live or dead?
Oh, alive or dead. 3 people? Oh, snap. Outside of Bible characters?
Correct.
Okay, so no one in the Bible?
No one in the Bible.
Okay.
Not that they don't count, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah.
Moses. Yeah. Okay, so I would say out of everyone in history, everyone alive, boy, the history thing changes it. And because I am just hearing this question, and I haven't had time to think about this.
Do you want me to answer it? Because I've got my 3.
Already?
Well, I knew I was going to ask it. So
Okay,
that's
all
why
right, okay. Well, yeah, give me your 3 then.
Do you want me to, and then you give me yours?
Okay.
No, I'm going to wait for you.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. So let's go with, I'll say Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, got to have a conversation with Honest Abe.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure if I had more time to think that these answers would be different.
Same with me.
You know, but yeah. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Deion Sanders.
It's pretty hot at the minute, isn't he?
Pretty hot at the moment, but he's also the only athlete in history that ever played in a Super Bowl and a World Series.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. True athlete.
Yeah. Super athlete. Man, I'm going to say I'll be spiritual. I'll say Billy Graham.
Oh, that's a good one. Makes mine look not too good now because I haven't got anyone spiritual like that.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Can I have a bonus one?
Yeah.
The Queen.
Oh, the Queen.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Right.
Being as you had a bonus one, I can have a bonus one.
Yeah.
Well.
You get a bonus one too.
I would go with Sir Winston Churchill.
Oh man, yeah.
That'd be a conversation.
Oh, that would be.
David Beckham.
Okay, all right. You got to have an athlete.
Got to
in
have,
there. Got to have the best soccer player.
Yeah. I would love to sit down and chat with Bear Grylls.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
he got bit by a snake.
Oh, he's got bit by everything.
Yeah, he almost died.
Yeah,
he got bit by the brown typhon or black typhon, whatever that was.
Yeah, and then did you see the scorpion one where his eye is? He got bit by a scorpion, his eye literally covered his cheek, like his eye. Oh, it was terrible. Anyway,
I want to Google that.
Yeah, and then my bonus one, would be Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. I thought about that.
Just because, like I just watched the new, what was it, Rare Air, the Air film about how he got signed, and amazing show, absolutely amazing, and just intrigues me. And being close to Chicago, when I came to Peoria, he had just retired, and then I got to see him play when he came back from retirement. But just you go to Chicago, and there's just even to this day, his restaurants are still on Michigan Avenue,
Yeah.
So I think there's plenty more I could choose, but I think that'd be intriguing.
One female.
Definitely the Queen for sure.
Okay. Barbara Mandrell. I'm kidding.
I'm trying to think if. Man, there's so. I don't want to. I don't know.
I'm putting you on the spot. So you weren't ready for that one.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that one.
Okay. All right. Well, my turn.
Oh, I know. Princess Diana.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, man. She could tell a story or two, right?
I bet. Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. This one is, would you rather live in a world where you could time travel or where you have superpower? And if so, what would that superpower be? Time travel or superpower?
I think I would like to time travel.
Yeah.
Because there's just certain eras I would have loved to have been in.
Yeah.
And I know you could go forward as well with time travel, but just being able to go to certain events in history and be there, and you know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, there's another question. What event would you like to go to?
Oh, man.
From history. I know one immediately.
Oh, man. It was that one ZZ Top concert. I'm joking. No, you know what? I would love to go in the room where everybody signed the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah, see, yours may sound really, like, trivial.
No. It could... Hey, have
you know where I would have loved to have been?
Have some fun.
You ready for this?
I'm ready.
To be at Live Aid at Wembley Stadium.
Oh.
When they did, the Live Aid event.
Yeah.
Queen played,
right.
U2 played, like all that. I know that seems real trivial, but I just think it would have been amazing. That and being in the war rooms with Churchill.
Oh, yes.
When he was making all that planning, and that would have been...
Yep.
Yeah.
I'd love to go to Game 7 when the Cubs won the World Series.
Oh, yeah.
Man, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, is it my question?
It's your turn.
Have I got to ask the question?
You got
No, you just...
Yeah, that was...
No, time travel or...
Yeah.
Yeah, did you answer that?
Yeah, time travel.
Okay,
Yep.
time travel.
Yep.
Okay. All right, okay. Sorry, everyone. You can tell we didn't practice this before. Okay.
Again, this is spontaneous.
Okay. In a world without the internet, what career would you pursue?
In a world without the internet, what career would I think I would stick to the same career, or do I have to pick a different one?
You gotta pick a different one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I would I would love to be I'd love to be an actor.
I could see you as an actor.
I'd love to do rom-coms or really any movie.
Yeah,
I'd like to act.
Sexiest man alive.
No,
is that what you're trying to get?
Goofiest man alive. Goofiest. Oh,
that's
how about you?
I think I got two, right? And one will surprise people, but I think it would be really cool to be I don't know how to word this because it sounds really
Chippendale
weird.
dancer. Come on, this is a Christian podcast, Andy. This is a Christian podcast.
Oh, man. I would love to be the guy who has to travel the world and review cities. You know, like say you were going to London, right? And you see it on TV, these guys that do the whole, okay, so I would go here and I would do this. And I think that'd be really cool to see the world, but then you got to go here or you got to do that, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd love that.
Okay.
Like when people go to London, I have a whole spreadsheet for people. If you're ever going to London, you want to know where to go. Like I've done that, right? I'd love that. And then, right, I'm a musician. I would love to have been a legit musician that made it. Like at a level where you're not worrying about
albums and touring.
Yeah. You're not worrying about money coming in because it's come in, so you can just enjoy drumming and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That type of level.
I could see you as Phil Collins.
Yeah. See, I can do In the Air Tonight.
Come on.
You
know what? Time travel. Go back.
Yeah.
You could meet anyone. Yeah. No, I could see that.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
But without the weight of having to hustle. Do you see what I mean? There's a difference between what some musicians have to do,
right,
and those that have made it and are like not worrying about where the next meal is going to come from. That type of level.
So what would you do if your friend Martin Smith called you tomorrow and said, hey, mate, the Lyrics is getting back together. We're doing a U.S. tour. Our drummer can't make it. Will you fill in?
I'd make it happen.
Make it happen.
Yeah. I know that that wouldn't be the level where I'm not worrying about money, right? Because they hustle all the time, right? But for that season, I'd make it happen.
All right. Right on.
I'd definitely.
Cool. All right. So
actually, I need to tell you something. No, I'm joking. Okay, right. Is it my turn? Is it your turn?
That was your question.
Okay.
In a world without the network.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so have you got to answer it now?
I did.
Oh, that's
you asked me. It was your question. I said acting.
That's right. I thought you were acting. Sorry, you were so good at it.
I was so gifted. All right.
Okay. We got room for another one.
All right. Let's do one more. And I don't even know if anyone is still listening at this point. But if you are, let us just say thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us, because honestly, this is fun.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right. And I hope you're playing along, too, and you're thinking about what you would do. Maybe even write us.
Yeah.
And let us know what you would do. And you answer these questions for us. All right. Should we do one more then?
Yeah, go
All
for
right.
it.
So my turn to ask you. If you could Man, there's some good ones here. We just don't have time to go over all of them. So I guess if you could be, this will go off the whole acting thing I was talking about. If you could be a character in any movie or Netflix series, who would you be?
Oh, man. This will be controversial.
Uh-oh.
I would have... So you're basically asking if you could play a part in a film or something, what would you play? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, if you could be a character in any movie, what character would you want to be? If you could play whatever character. In other words, whoever that character is, you would be replacing them in that role. What movie? What role? What show? What series? Who do you want to be, man. Andy?
Oh, man. Okay, it is going to be controversial, but I just think it would have been the coolest job for so many years. I would love to have been Harry Potter.
Okay.
I know that sounds crazy, but just the whole world of that film trilogy, the castles in Scotland, the little villages in England.
Okay.
Then going to London, and I just think that'd be a cool one. Can I do 2?
Yeah. Do 3. I don't care.
I want to do 2 just in case all the super spiritual people.
So I've never seen Harry Potter.
Yeah,
we do this game with our youth group, because I'm helping out with our youth group right now. Yeah. And so we do this game.
No, you're rocking your youth group right now. The numbers that are coming to your youth group right now is amazing because of you.
We're having a lot of fun. I just pretend that I'm an actor. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. No, so
you showed up as Harry Potter.
We do this game where it's called I've Never Ever Ever, and everyone's in a circle, and you say, whoever's in the middle says I've never ever. For example, I would say I've never been to Alaska.
Right.
Anyone in the circle who has been to Alaska has to get up and run to a different chair.
Oh.
Whoever can't sit down, then they're stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
So sometimes, like, my guess is not many people in that circle have been to Alaska.
Yeah.
All right. So I always try to think of something that's going to make everybody run. So this past Wednesday, I said, okay, everybody get ready to run, because I know you're running. I have never, ever seen or read any of the Harry Potter movies or books. And everybody was crashing into each other, trying to get to seats, knocking each other down. It was awesome. Oh, but you get another answer, so go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, so who...
also, I would love to be one of the characters, the main characters on Outer Banks.
Okay.
Because I just think that's a cool area. You know, if you've seen it, it's South Carolina area. And cool vibe type of thing. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Cool.
That or Marty McFly. There we go.
All right, there you go.
Because we're back to time travel. Okay, what about you?
Okay, if I could be any character of any movie, I would probably be the dog in... no, I'm kidding. In The Lady and the Tramp. No, I would be... man, I think I would want to be Ethan Hunt.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't do my own stunts, though.
And it's just because you've just watched the trilogy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's
man,
good.
fun
Well,
stuff.
what a fun time.
Yeah, it's been good.
Hopefully you enjoyed that. We just wanted to have a bit of fun this Thanksgiving week, just to sit back and chill. Hopefully some of these questions you could ask when family are over this week at Thanksgiving.
Right. And maybe you're cooking right now and you're running around the house and cleaning, getting ready for family or friends, and you're listening and you're just laughing and having fun and putting yourself in these scenarios. So, this year you have something to talk about at Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to Revival Town podcast today. We're going to pause Tate and his mate this week just because we've been talking about what we do and what we like from all over the world. And so we'll do that next week. So make sure you're tuning in next week to Revival Town podcast. You do not want to miss next week.
It is so good.
It is incredible conversation. We're not going to go into it too much more, but just come back next week on Revival Town. Chuck, always great. Have a great Thanksgiving, mate.
You too. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Revival Town Podcast. Make sure you're following us on social media and remember to subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. For more information, head on over to revivaltownpodcast.com.